Trace.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just finna go. I'm just finna go. Yeah, I hit threes with no eyes. Threes from the ring, no lie. Cross my heart and I died. They don't wanna catch me outside. They see no wave, it's a tide. I couldn't take a L if I tried. Funny when I start trying to play around with them, they really start feeling my vibe. They can't reach where I'm trying to reside. Out of reach if I fall, I'ma die. What you high if I slip, I'ma glide. Never know I'm alone for the ride. I'm about to be
Yo, what's good? What's happening? We back. Brand new episode of Threes from the Ring. Of course, it's your boy Chris J. Glad to be back. Got the boy Trell Sav on here.
What's up? This
Tyler.
reform Ben Simmons stand. I don't know.
Hey man.
Living like the best way I could, man.
Just letting you guys know that's a preview how the beginning of this episode will go. We got Tyler here on a separate window. You're not sharing. Everybody. And then we got Cam here. He's just here.
Yes, sir.
He's here.
Holding the light skinned niggas down, bro. And unboxing video coming soon. Let's go.
And promoting Black Otaku Plays as he's here.
Yes, sir.
So make sure if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you check out Black Otaku Plays because Cam, he representing really hard on there. Check out all the new stuff he got on there. We got a lot of new content on the YouTube page as well. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And fucking share, G. It's not hard to do none of those things, G. Not hard. So we appreciate all of that. But we got a lot to talk about because this past NBA week has been insane. Niggas choked. Lots of choking. From Australian niggas named Ben Simmons. The Nets fucking blew it. And right now as we speak, it looks like Devin Booker is putting his foot up the Clippers' ass in the background. But let's go ahead and give a part two of probably one of the things we predicted last week, which was Ben Simmons is not a star and has been confirmed after the Philadelphia 76ers blew it against the young Hawks of ATL, where we had to see Quavo dance in a Kevin Porter jersey in the locker room. So I'm going to let Daytrail, you're going to open up with your piece about Philly and Ben Simmons.
I wouldn't even call it a piece. It's not that much thought. When you think of pieces, when you think of, when you actually giving an informed thought about something, you think of things that you studied, you think of things that you wrote down in the back of your head, or you wrote down on a sheet of paper that you actually want to give a intelligent, response to whatever the topic is. Fuck that. Ben Simmons really just didn't come to. Okay, that's hard to say because if I say Ben Simmons didn't come to play, I'll be capping. He came to play, but he came to play his game. Unfortunately, his game is the same as a cardboard box or a bag in the wind during a windy day. It's just non-existent, dog. It don't have any substance to it. It don't have anything that make you be like, damn, we really got us a first-round draft pick because that's what he is. I would understand if the nigga came in like the second, third round. He was able to, win Rookie of the Year off of a whim. But you came and you was the first-round draft pick. You stole the Rookie of the Year that you deserved, but now it looked like a theft from Donovan Mitchell because of a whole year injury you had. The funny thing is, there came a time, is when you lost. I'm not going to say jump shot, but your ability to score. I don't know where that point came at. I don't know when he decided to just be like, fuck it, I'm going to become a playmaker extraordinaire. I knew from the beginning that unless Bron came that time, he was a free agent, that Embiid and Simmons wasn't going to work just because of how much they step over each other. But if you look at a deep dive of Ben Simmons game, I want to let y'all know that I have watched that full game 7 without taking a break, without, turning a channel, like without anything. I watched the whole game 7. Now, I know for like real legit basketball fans, that's not a bad thing, but I have the attention span of a fucking fruit fly. I would look on my phone or I would start playing my game. And I was like, I'm going to look at this whole game 7 and see, is this really Ben Simmons' fault? And no, it's not. Is he ass? Of course. Is he a star? He is a star as if Pluto was a planet. That's how much of a star he is. Um, uh, so him being a star is just non-existent at the moment, but it's not his fault. Doc Rivers don't adjust. He physically can't adjust. And he don't adjust the game plans. He don't adjust the players. He don't adjust the schemes. He don't. Ben Simmons was not put in a position for him to be successful. One, if you call him plays, right? And you call him plays, and if you watch Ben Simmons throughout the fourth quarter, he did one thing. He did one thing. Sorry, somebody asked me for somebody. He did one thing. he passed it off to either Seth or Joel Embiid and ran right to the block and stood there. Reason he did that is one of two reasons. To either get the offensive board, which he could probably do well, or get the dunk. You know what I'm saying? If yeah, give me a second. If Ben Simmons was such, even probably a smarter player, because playmaking, a lot of people overrate playmaking, right? Playmaking is not just being able to get a person to pass and then make the shot. Playmaking is putting your teammate in the right position to make a shot. That's playmaking. You're making a play. You are generating offense for your team. Now, Ben Simmons not necessarily doing that. You could say, oh, he have 11 assists. He has 14, 17 assists. Bro, Joel Embiid, top 10 player in the league, definitely going to get assists off him. Steph Curry, hands were hot that whole series. He averaged 21 off the bench before Danny Green, got injured. You can't tell me that his game was primarily playmaking with those two factors. If it was primarily playmaking, Tobias Harris wouldn't be like 4 for 22. Or Joel Embiid.
Tobias Harris had a good game 7, though.
He did not have a good game 7.
He had 20-some points.
You can look up the stats. He did not have a good game 7. He shot horribly.
Yeah, he had.
Look it up.
He got his points.
He went to the line. That's the only how his point in the double digit. He went to the line.
Yeah.
And then he didn't have a great game 7. That's cap.
I didn't say great.
And then Joel Embiid had an atrocious second half. I want to bring this to a point that Clint Capella made. He said, and I think it was the last time that Atlanta won before Game 7, so it had to be Game 5. He said, in the second quarter, Joel fatigues. He said, all you got to do is wear him down, and in the second quarter, he fatigues. Was proven right. 100%. In the second, look at Joel Embiid's second half stats.
I know his second half stats.
I was going to say, is that consistent throughout all the games he played in the finals?
No, not in all the playoffs, but also since he is playing on one bad knee, by the way.
Hey, I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. I'm going to keep it 100%. I respect Joel Embiid, but James Harden had a harder time playing with that quad than a torn meniscus. That's what it is. I slight tear meniscus. I would say that. And that's facts as well. If Joel Embiid could not play on that torn meniscus, as much as I love Joel Embiid, he wouldn't be on the court. The nigga was made by mashed potato bones since the moment he stepped in the league. So you mean to tell me how with this torn meniscus it affected him that much that he didn't average 35? That's fucking cap. in the second half, he don't know how to play. He gasses himself out.
Well,
But that's
ain't that
also,
more on the fact that he has to take more of a scoring load? Because there's a certain light-skinned Australian nigga that don't want to score.
That's another cap. Scoring loads is another thing in which if you are a coach, you have to find a way to have your star player get the shots that he need to get, but also have the people around him compliment him. If you can't make adjustments to that, if you can't make simple plays to that, you do not need to be a head coach in the league. If you can't take that team of Tobias Harris, Seth Curry, Ben Simmons, even though we trash Ben Simmons right now, Ben Simmons, fucking Matisse Thybulle, Danny Green, Dwight, bunch of fucking veterans. If you can't take that team to Eastern Conference Finals, you can't blame the players for that.
I agree.
You blame the coach.
A lot of that
Matisse
does go on Doc too.
Thybulle was second team all defense.
He was.
This nigga coming off the bench, second team all defense. You got technically 3 all defensive players on your team.
Definitely do.
And you let Trae Young, who shot 4 for 22, not only hit you with a dagger, but you let fucking Kevin Huerter get his goddamn playoff season high in a game 7. This is why Doc is so. I don't blame Simmons for that loss. I blame Simmons for the series as a whole, but the game 7 loss, I can't blame Simmons.
No, that's what I was talking about the other day. I believe that was a full-on collapse of the whole team. I
wouldn't even say a collapse of the whole team. Doc Rivers couldn't make a scheme for Kevin Huerter. He didn't adjust. That's not a player's fault. Players listen to their coach.
Steph Curry
Ain't nobody
on
that team will say, I'm clamping. Nobody on that team will say, I'm clamping Kevin Huerter. They listen to the coach. Especially in the game 7, you need a leader to guide you. This is not no mano. I want to be the best player on the court type situation for them when Kevin Huerter is fucking hooping you. As Doc Rivers, you look, we already got Trae Young shooting 4 for 22.
When you look at that, you technically supposed to win the game.
For like 20. So if we got Trae Young doing that, he already out.
Technically, you should win the game.
And then the simple adjustment is to not only, because Ben Simmons did an outstanding job defending Trae Young.
Yeah, defensively he did a good job.
Outstanding job defending Trae Young. So when you look at the outstanding job he did on that end, how do you stop Kevin Huerter? If you have an all-defensive nigga on your bench, you make the adjustments to get Seth Curry out that game if you're up. Like, Seth Curry was getting haunted by a ginger.
Yeah, they were literally looking to switch off on Steph Curry.
He didn't score on anybody else but Steph Curry. I think he scored on somebody else like twice, but every time he scored the point, it was on Seth Curry. This is Doc's fault. I fucking if shit. You want me to slander Ben Simmons for likes? Cool.
No, not for likes. No. Gee, if I wanted for likes, trust me.
I can't slander. He's shit. Like, it's very hard to slander. He's really bad. Like, it's very hard to slander something that's already been known. Like, he's shit. He's shit on offense. He ain't the best playmaker that you have. He don't deserve to be on that team. I shouldn't say deserve. He don't need to be on that team because of the simple fact that he don't mesh with Joel. It's easy to feed Joel Embiid. He is, at his best, top 5, top 7 player in the league. The revolving 5, as Chris would say.
The revolving 5.
At that point, he is that, right? He is that. So if you are a competent passer, you could get him the ball at times when he needs the ball. That's it. But when it's all said and done, the organization failed the Philadelphia Sixers. From their title hopes, from what they wanted to do as a franchise, they failed. Reason being, you didn't put the right pieces around them. Regular season don't fucking count unless you are a Phoenix Suns type team who needs that. who needs that type of motivation in the regular season, or Utah Jazz, who needs that type of motivation in the regular season to say, hey, we can really do this. Nigga, y'all been past that stage.
I agree. I definitely agree
The
with that.
moment Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid was able to have a full season healthy, been past that stage. So,
It's been a get healthy by playoff time situation with them. I was always the goal. Be healthy come playoff time.
And they did. Well, last year, no, they wasn't healthy together. But the time fucking Kawhi Leonard sent them home, and then Ben Simmons was shit in that playoffs. The only time he had a good game was in the Brooklyn series. I remember that. He almost got suspended. So you when you see that, you see the fathers you get, you don't have a person who can get you to that level on your team other than Joel Embiid. You don't have that complimentary star. What do? You had a chance. A lot of people like to say that Brooklyn was going to get James anyway. They just like Rockets involve Philly just so they can, making the trade a little put more price on the trade from Brooklyn here. Brooklyn stole James Harden.
They literally
they
did.
Lose nothing. They lose. That's
stole
the
that
thing.
nigga.
Like a lot of people will talk about the compare and contrast. A lot of people will talk about the Lakers trade and with them trading a young core. Oh, look, if they wouldn't have that young core, they wouldn't have been in a situation. Of course, because they wouldn't be in the playoffs. Like the same thing with Brooklyn. They lost nothing. One chip is better than 10 years of competing. And I can merch it. One championship is better than 10, 15 years of high-level competing. Because guess what that gets you? Fucking runner-up. A tap on the back.
All I'm saying is,
trade.
In history,
You'll start playing
let's use history. To use history for for that example. If you was to ask Dr. J, hey man, aren't you happy you had Moses Malone to get that one championship? He'll go hell fucking yeah.
Yep.
He'll go hell fucking yeah. I had a 2-time, 3-time MVP on my team who beat Kareem's ass in that finals. And I have a championship. That's a prime example of like fuck all
in
that.
In the era where nobody else was supposed to win. Nobody else was
supposed to win but Magic and Bird, G.
That was it.
Yep. So that's just an example.
To say that you snuck in that era, that's an accomplishment that's a career's worth of an accomplishment, honestly.
Yep. But
proceed. It's the way this world works, bro. The way basketball works. The way people work. Everybody gets a scapegoat, right? Everybody has a person that you will blame it, right? If the world ends tomorrow through nuclear war, X will get blamed. If I get divorced from my non-existent wife, I will be blamed. Like shit like that. Everybody needs a scapegoat for a problem. But in that moment, as a head coach of a team, bro, his trade value is shit. So let alone if you can even flip that nigga, what just happened? Because you can't flip them to a non-contender, because what the fuck they gonna do with Ben Simmons? You're not gonna be able to get a star from him, because what the fuck they gonna do with Ben Simmons? So let alone you go there and you say, they ask you, can Ben Simmons be a championship point guard on your team? And you say, I can't answer that right now.
That's a hell of a, low key, that's a hell of a question to ask after a Game 7 loss, G.
That nigga was real. That nigga was real.
I know, that's a hell of a question to ask.
I think that nigga was asking straight real question, because I think he asked Ben Simmons, you 6'10", 240, had Trae Young on you, why you didn't go up and dunk?
Yo, that man gonna get banned. That reporter's gonna get banned from press conferences.
He's
asking too good of questions.
The Bulls. What about Ben Simmons on the Bulls? Don't the Bulls need a point guard?
Won't happen. there's nothing that the Bulls.
I'm not giving up Zach LaVine for that nigga, so they can eat a dick.
It's like not even you won't give up Zach LaVine. The Bulls won't give up Zach LaVine. They won't give up any pieces because they don't have any. They gave all their pieces.
Yeah, our pieces is literally Zach LaVine and Vukovic. I'm not giving up neither one.
You won't give up that. That's your two. That's your two right there. And you looking for Lonzo in free agency. Well, let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about all the teams.
Where could he go then? Where could he go then? That's my question.
He can go to Portland.
Let me pull
but people
up the
saying
list.
for Dame, he going for CJ. But if I'm Dame, what do that add? You give me defense that we didn't have, and me being able to, play make off the ball, and me be able to play off the ball, which would generate more points for Dame, by the way. But I still don't have what I need, a complimentary star. So you can X Portland out that situation. If you take him that, because you can trade him for CJ, you're not going to get Dame for him. Hang up the fucking phone unless Dame says I want out, and then you could probably finesse.
And then he specifically
he won't say that because he cut from a different cloth, so he won't say it.
So,
but
I got the list of.
So
teams.
that's not going to happen.
So I have a list
you
of.
You might
teams.
as well write that one up.
So
no other. He's in it. The way that the max contracts are biting teams in the ass right now.
Eating them up.
There is no team that can use him unless they are contending. But all the teams that are contending, you won't get shit from. So you are in a lose-lose situation. You probably get CJ McCollum. You're not going to get Bradley Beal. You could probably try to see if the money works, get Russ, but then you're losing. You're going to have to lose another piece if you want Russ. Like, there's no route. You can't send him to Miami. What you want to get Victor Oladipo? He just had a season injury.
Victor Oladipo couldn't be a free agent.
That nigga leg is literally a car crash.
You're not gonna get Jimmy's not coming back. So what you wanna send him something for the future? Sacramento won't let De'Aaron Fox go. They're not even going to sniff Buddy Hield because that's looking like a Lakers pick. So you're in a situation in which you don't have nobody. They will have to be gifted. That Boston is a team that you can try to find a way because they need a playmaking guard right now.
It's too late. After they flip Kemba,
they will have to give up picks. They will also have to probably give up fucking Jaylen Brown. And you don't want that. So the asking price for a Ben Simmons trade is fucking in the mud. And reason number one is because your own team put you in that spot. Before this fucking playoffs, niggas had the legit dumbass conversation of, is Ben Simmons worth trading for James Harden? Niggas really had the dumbass iota of thinking like, oh man, we will lose something if we trade Ben Simmons, no offense gain whatsoever, for probably the best offensive player in the league after Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. So the trade value, the stock on Ben Simmons was at its highest literally 4 fucking months ago. So what do you do as an organization? You keep him for no fucking reason. Daryl Morey should lose his job because at what point has he became a competent GM? At what point? At what point has he became a competent GM? He's not. I will end that for you. He has never shown being a competent GM. Getting Chris Paul and getting smoked in the Western Conference don't make you a competent GM. Getting Westbrook and getting bopped in the second round don't make you a competent GM. They fucking blew up the fucking team.
Also, the owner of the Rockets is extremely cheap, by the way. So
who gives a shit?
Just saying that nigga.
Ain't no such thing as being cheap in this league, bro.
I know, but just like as in as in owning that no, you need to look up the Rockets owner, G. That nigga is known cheap.
The Fertittas? I know the Fertittas.
They cheap,
the Fertittas, they sold UFC. They sold the UFC for $4 billion. I know the Fertittas, my nigga. Good friend. The partial owner, good friends with Dana White. Dana White's best friend. Go to Fertitas. You bring winning and money, they're gonna spend money. That's just how it goes with any billionaire. Same thing with Ballmer. Like the nigga he wasn't just the owner of the Clippers for like 4 fucking years.
Y'all know that.
He hoarded money too.
I know that nigga shit. Microsoft money's different bag.
But guess what? When he saw the opportunity to blow the fucking bag, what did he do? He blew the fucking bag. He even blew the shit on Blake. And then flipped the nigga.
He hated.
So what I mean, there is the money's not a problem with that shit. You ain't competent in your fucking job. You want to know why the 4 of us in this party not a GM? Because we wouldn't be competent in that shit. You should be in here with us on a podcast because you ain't competent for it. Doc Rivers should not be a coach anymore. You are. You have the most. I hate the word losingness, because it's a fucking word for some apparent reason, or losing or whatever.
It sounds so nasty as a word too.
It's disgusting.
Like a loser mentality, basically.
No.
No.
Yes, because he has the losingest record in the league, in the playoffs. Not only in the playoffs, but in game clinching games, he has the lowest record in the league. And I think after the Boston series, he's like 1 for fucking 9. You don't deserve to be a coach. I love the fact that conversation of black coaches are a thing, and more black coaches like Monty Williams and Nate McMillan, Ty Lue are getting.
Possibly Sam Cassell at some point.
Chauncey Billups is about to be a coach. You might as well book him for the Portland job. Like you got Silas in Houston. Like I love these black coaches getting the opportunity, and a lot of them used to play the game. Doc Rivers wasn't a good basketball player. Won 1 ring in Boston. One, and we like to call that a fluke ring, by the way. And ever since then, when you was in Orlando, before Boston, you was shit. Came to Boston, was shit for all but 1 year in which you won. Because a team that you got 3 of them niggas, you supposed to not be shit. You supposed to win it all. But you won once. You got smoked by Kobe and a crackhead with a Spaniard. And then you got bodied by Bron. So I don't hear that shit. Went to the Clippers. Couldn't get past a fucking light skin. You couldn't get past a light skin in his 6th year in the league.
And don't forget Tim Duncan and washed up Tim Duncan.
Okay, yeah, you couldn't get that past Tim Duncan and KD. But towards the end, when the Clippers was actually supposed to be their year, who they couldn't get past, Chris?
Oh yeah. Steph Curry.
Why they couldn't get past Steph Curry, Chris? Tell me. They got Chris Paul. They got Blake Griffin. They had pieces around all of them.
That man Steph was a different breed.
Why they couldn't get past Steph Curry and Klay Thompson?
And don't forget Draymond.
Klay Thompson didn't even have a personality at that point. Why they couldn't get past him? Because you fucking suck as a coach. So all this Ben Simmons slander, hell yeah, he deserved it. He didn't develop his game. He not attempted a jump shot. There was a weird stat, and I forget what player it was. But I think it's Bobo. Bobo.
Oh yeah, Bobo made more threes this season
than Ben Simmons like in his career or some shit.
Yeah. Yes.
Damn.
And Bobo only been in the league for 1.5 years, as in the NBA in 1.5 years.
And then you got to think about it. When the fuck did they get Bobo tick?
That too.
Bobo didn't even sniff a playoff game unless they was getting mollywopped. But most of the time, we seen that nigga in a big ass suit. So, at what point in your brain do you realize that not only Daryl Morey, Ben Simmons, Doc Rivers, and the Philadelphia organization come into their brain and realize that this nucleus that we have don't work. What the fuck did you not pull the trigger for? You want to know what's so fucking crazy? Do you know the fact that so many top tier free agents dipped out on you niggas? That the only person that you was able to even fucking get was Tobias fucking Harris? And that was via trade.
No, they traded for Tobias
Nobody
Harris.
wanted to play with you niggas. Al Horford couldn't wait to leave that place.
They got Tobias Harris, then they signed him. That was all in the Jimmy year.
Bro, how Jimmy left for Miami, went to a conference finals, whatever. I don't even like to talk about it like they did something. I don't call it a bubble a fluke, but hey, it showed. But you are it's an incompetent organization. It is. It should be gutted. You wasted the fans of Philadelphia's time. Like 7 fucking years of the process. To Jahlil Okafor. The funny thing is, Jahlil Okafor, other than his rookie year, had some of his best years in fucking New Orleans.
Yep.
Nerlens Noel had his best fucking year in New York.
Took him a minute though.
And I will put this, and I will merch it. Wherever Ben Simmons goes, he will have his best year ever. He will be not an all-star, but he will be a person that we will still look at and be like, damn, that nigga Ben Simmons cold. Will he attempt more jump shots? No. But he'll have the liberty to play a system that benefits him. If you are a Braun-like guy, it's very hard to play with somebody like Joel Embiid when you got to attack. And especially if you can't shoot a jump shot if your fucking life was on the line. It was very hard. We knew this from the fucking beginning. It's very hard. Of course, you're going to run through the fucking East at one point. Of course, you're going to have the home record in which I think they only lost 6 games at home in the last like 2 years or some shit like that. Like 6 or 9 games. Like, of course, that shit all dandy. You get fucked by Tatum. Twice. Smoked by the fucking Raptors in which you were up. And they closed your ass out. At what point, and when you look at them 2 situations that God was trying to tell you, hey, this nigga Ben Simmons injured. Hey, this nigga Joel Embiid injured. Hey, they never been on the court with each other for more than 50 games. Hey, you should do something about that. No, it's the process. It's the process. Let's see the process. What's the process? The process is fucking the fans. That's the process. It's shitting on your fan base. I don't even want to talk about the fucking game because what's there to talk about? Trae Young ain't kill him. I love Trae now. Trae is probably one of my favorite players. He replaced Ben Simmons, by the way.
He plays one light-skinned nigga for another.
Hey, but guess what Trae Young got? A killer fucking mentality. He cut from that cloth. He didn't let what was going on psych him the fuck out. Guess who did? Ben. Guess who did? Doc. Guess who did? Joel. In which it was like he liked to say that Ben Simmons cost him that game under the rim when he didn't take that dunk. You can say it too. But also, in that same game, y'all was in transition, pushing up the court. You, a 7'2", damn near 300-pound man, in which you, like, if you ever watch Ben Simmons play, he backed down everyone. He been raping Clint Capella the whole entire series. I'm sorry for that very derogatory word, but it's true. Ripping and tearing. You shot a 3. And that shit bricked. We heard it.
Need them to get rid of those fouls.
So, in the aspect, you all fucked yourself. The only person without sin on that team is fucking Seth Curry and Woden. No, not Woden.
Who?
What the fuck is that nigga name? Maxey.
Oh, I'm about to say
Only two
Foden.
niggas. Only two niggas. Dwight Howard couldn't go a game without getting a fucking tech,
That's normal at this point of his career.
which is fucking stupid. Can't go a game without getting a fucking tech. Joel Embiid can't go a game in which you insert your dominance more than fucking 35% of the game. Ben Simmons had the offensive game as one of Cam's dreads. Fucking, like, Doc Rivers can't coach. Doc Rivers can't even coach me to fucking eat. If he asked me, hey, bro, pick up the fork, I probably won't pick up the fork. You probably need a vocal coach. Like somebody to tell him how to speak or some shit like that. Instead of sounding like a fucking car with a bad muffler. I can't tell you how bad. Oh yeah, and Thibault fucking goddamn gave Kevin Huerter a neck respect on 3. That also took the series away, by the way.
That was stupid, but he's young.
Yeah, he's young.
Young dumb.
Dumbass play.
Young dumb.
Should never
nigga.
been in that situation. And then Doc Rivers, retarded ass, nigga, you go out on your stars. Niggas lost their job because of this type of shit, bro. You bench Ben Simmons in the 4th quarter. I don't care if he get hacked. You go out on your stars. Niggas lose their job. He won't lose his job. Niggas lose their job off that. Tell me one coach who didn't bench their star in the last second of a game who didn't get fired.
It's very rare I see coaches do that shit.
There.
Not that rare. Not that rare. If you want to look into Houston Rockets history, nigga, and mind you, they won the game because Kevin McHale did this. But Kevin McHale benched James Harden in a series in which they was losing.
That.
McHale proceeded to lose his job after that.
Yeah, but
Was that the series that they lost to Portland?
No, that was when the
that?
Clippers blew it. When the Clippers
the
were up 3-1,
Yeah.
he benched Harden. Yeah. I think Dwight was even in the game, and who was it? Jason Terry and Josh Smith chucking up threes, put them in the game.
And they blew it. Like, you niggas get fired for that. Even Gundy got fired just because he can't even build rapport with his team.
We'll get to that shortly.
Like, he got fucking fired. Like, I never seen such a protected coaching job other than Luke fucking Walton. Luke Walton got mob ties. That's the only reason he's still in this bitch.
His dad know where the bodies lay.
Man, he got some on Sacramento. I don't fucking know.
Where the
Them niggas probably ain't played 20 games combined. But all in all, because I want to get to talking about the real best game. The Philadelphia Sixers to do us all a favor. Trade Ben Simmons to whoever pick him up. Fortunately, he might end up in Detroit with Cunningham. It'd be like that sometimes. You do, and I just keep thinking how many opportunities they had to get somebody who helped them out. You couldn't have got Kyle Lowry back. You could have got so many people in which, by this time in fucking July, you wouldn't have been holding up a Larry O'Brien trophy. But you're not, because you're a dumbass as an organization. But do us all a favor, trade Ben Simmons, fire Doc Rivers, fire Daryl Morey, because he can't make it. He can't. You can't like that shit. Whoever said Daryl Morey was a good fucking like GM, slap your fucking self. The only good thing he did good was get fucking Seth. And that's because Dallas basically gave that nigga away.
Still a very stupid move. Josh Richardson was playing coming off the fucking bench.
So it was all in favor. We shape that organization. Build around Embiid. Build around him. He don't need a playmaking guard that good.
Kind of do when you're a center.
He needs another person that can score with him.
Yeah.
In the second, he need a closer.
Yeah.
That's it. The person that's gonna close. And the funny thing is, if you play your cards right, you can find that. There's so many diamonds in the rough in this league. There's so many players that you can just get. Unfortunately, your own coach tanks the the trade value of your player that you can't get named. Yeah, he tanked it himself. So you might be playing with this nigga another year because Daryl Morey came out and said most teams love to be in the position that we in. So they might just be with Ben Simmons this year. It is what it is. But all in all, fuck the Philadelphia Sixers. Philly, I love you. I know a lot of niggas from Philly. I used to go to school with them. As they would say, you know, the Jones. I respect them. I had one of Mr. Suleiman, a Philly Muslim, had 2 wives. He gave me one of these cakes that they sell out there. Fire as fuck. Also brought me a Philly cheesesteak from one of the best places. I rocks with Philly. Fuck your team. It is what it is.
Right,
I'm done. I'm sorry. I apologize. That went a little too long.
But yeah, so that happened. Then Brooklyn and the Bucks had probably one of the best Game 7s I've seen in recent memory. Not counting the NBA Finals between the Heat and Spurs. That's a classic. But one of the best Game 7s I've seen in recent memory. KD and Giannis went to war. Chris Middleton outclosed KD. KD's foot is too damn long, so he shot a 2 on accident. A lot happened. Coach Budenholzer should not have a job as well, but KD foot being long saved him. And Drew Holiday showed his worth. He showed why he's a $130 million rich man. So
when did Drew Holiday show his worth?
Put his hand in KD's face.
You ain't show your worth. You got lucky. You got lucky.
Talk your shit, King.
You got fucking lucky. How, nigga? That nigga KD in this series was fucking Jesus, and the only fucking reason that nigga will not be holding up a trophy this year is because one of his fucking disciples decided to have a bad leg. That's it. James Harden played like fucking ass for those 2 games.
But also, I feel like they could have another going back to like coaching adjustment talks. I feel like I can't remember if they had a timeout or not, but they should have called a timeout where he could have at least got a breather.
No. Okay, this is what you don't do.
That's
when you have players like Steph, KD, Harden, and they hot.
Brian.
You let them call the timeout, and you let them decide what the fuck play is going to be. You don't write plays for them type of players. You might write a play for Bron to get the person open that he's going to pass it to, or to get Bron to
make
be
the
a
best
freight
decision.
train.
And make the best decision.
Make the best decision. But you don't write plays for them niggas. Them killers, them assassins. Not saying Bron ain't not killing none of the assassins. Love Bron. But somebody like Steph Curry, that's how you lose. You lose on Steph Curry or Durant chucking up a shot like that without a timeout. And again, Steve Nash not a coach, so he didn't have the capabilities of doing that.
Well, I'm not saying he should have rolled up a play for him or anything, but KD was visibly gassed. He played 52 minutes.
It's
Everybody's gassed. It's freaking game.
Yeah, I don't even think he gassed. Like he really ain't gassed. He just in that fourth quarter.
Overtime.
At one point, you know who's going to get the ball as a defensive team, and he had no one else to give the ball to. Blake Griffin is not reliable in that situation, even though Blake was the second best player on Brooklyn this series. Blake Griffin wasn't reliable in that series. Joe Harris don't exist. If I that nigga might be gone next year, bro.
Let me read Joe Harris's contract real quick, because I want people to know that this man got paid a lot of money to brick a lot of threes in his playoff series. Joe Harris contract, because we need to have a dialogue also about paying white shooters, because this might cost Duncan Robinson some money.
Bombs.
Stop. Just because they shoot near 50% from three in the regular season, don't mean they're going to shoot 50% from three.
Somebody said Larry Shamit when he hit all them Joe Harris shots. I don't keep believe him.
I do. I could believe that.
Anyway, Joe Harris is getting paid $75 million over the next 4 years.
Shit.
If I'm paying your white ass $75 million, you better make 75% of your threes.
That's
you
on guaranteed, right?
Yeah, basketball is all guaranteed money, G.
Oh yeah, all basketball contracts guaranteed.
Oh shoot.
So you're guaranteed $75 million regardless. And you chose to miss. I think he was shooting the same percentage as Giannis in this series, probably.
What's his shooting percentage?
Let me look it up. How was shooting percentage in that series, because I'm pretty sure it was fucking nasty. But
it had to be like 25%.
Yeah, 25%, but I'm still making $7 million.
3-point percentage 2021.
I'm gonna take that WG.
So for the regular season, he was shooting 47% for the regular season. Come playoff time, I'm sure that dropped astronomically. Please make this easy for me to find. Let's see.
Is that high though? Like, is $7 million high for NBA players?
That's pretty good.
75.
That's higher than the vet minimum.
Oh, you said
75.
70. He getting paid for how long?
For 4 years.
For the next.
Is it $75 million a year, or is it $75 million across the course of 4 years?
Of course, of 4 years.
Okay, I'm about to say
still a lot, Kim, that's still a lot of goddamn money, regardless.
A year, nigga. I don't care if I'm shooting 1% from the field goal.
$75 million a year is the fucking probably Luka. Like ain't nobody getting paid that.
Oh, anyway, damn.
So
Blake the vast 75-4, and imagine doing that while basically just standing on the court.
And think about where we are in today's NBA. 10 years ago, that's a max contract.
That's a max contract.
So Cam, when this and then mind you, like contract got incentives and things of that nature.
True. Right, so, like if you make an all-star team, or all NBA team, stuff like that.
At base, he's making $18.75 million a year. At base. Every guaranteed. Even if they cut him, they will have to pay him that money.
Damn, he finessed them. I can't even be mad at folks. That's a finesse.
White power.
That's highway robbery, brother.
But anyway, in this series,
that's what got Jordan's father killed.
Let's start for a different day. But in this series specifically, Joe Harris shot 30% from the field from 3-point range. You are the best shooter in the league by numbers. And you shot 30% from three. With Kevin Durant as your teammate, James Harden getting triple team, Kyrie playing the first 2-3 games, and this nigga shot 30% from three, most of them being wide open shots. Fuck Joe Harris. That's all.
So, like, the Bucks got away from getting slandered, but you really can't slander them because they were like the 4th team anyway.
Third. Fourth. Yeah, fourth.
Yeah, it was the 4th seed. Now, Brooklyn is in a bad position. Very bad. Because I know that you will look at like, okay, you put 3 of them niggas on the court. They're good. Next year, it's going to be harder for them to win a chip than it was this year because everybody's healthy.
And everybody's adjusting.
And everybody's adjusting. KD is going to be KD. Kyrie going to be Kyrie. And James Harden going to be James Harden. But with, like, I don't think, has there ever been a playoff series? My God, Aiden. Has there ever been a playoff series in which Kyrie stayed healthy?
Not in recent memory. The last time he was fully healthy through an entire playoff was the championship year and the year after when KD joined the Warriors. Those were the last two times
James
he was healthy
Harden,
throughout an entire playoff.
Damn, Reggie Jackson saving these niggas is crazy. But
that makes me sick.
But James Harden, this is probably one of his major injuries since his
ever.
second or third year.
Ever. He doesn't get hurt. James Harden.
Yeah,
I would say the most
good.
serious, his second most serious injury was getting elbowed by Ron Artest.
Yep, and that took his defense away.
He's just now recovering defense. So think about that. So he's been playing hurt for the past decade. So he's been playing hurt for the
now, I would say Mike Budenholzer still has his job.
Unfortunately.
Because he adjusted. Now, mind you, KD is just that good that he was able to make this a compelling series, along with like the likes of Bruce Brown and Blake, who played him. Bruce Brown and Blake are low-key unsung heroes for that team. They brought the grit in the grind, bro.
They played their roles. They played their roles perfectly. Blake
Bruce
literally
Brown was like a 6'3" power forward.
Which he shouldn't be, but
like it's a damn. Oh, please don't tell me he flicked that nigga in the eye. If Patrick Beverly flicked me in the eye, I'm scared.
Oh, nigga bleeding.
Yep, he scratched that nigga in the face.
Hey, bro on the floor. Hurting.
Yeah, he freaked. Yeah.
Pat Bev scratched me in the face. I need that tetanus shot immediately. And he about to get attacked.
Oh, he headbutted that nigga.
Damn.
Yo, he headbutted that nigga.
Patrick Beverly up out of here, man.
What the fuck you doing?
I feel like that's like the least worst because imagine if that was like Magic Johnson.
Oh, well, yeah. Nigga.
Hey, Magic Johnson got some long ass fingers, bro. He fuck around and impale your fucking face.
Bro, that's an immediate get me to a medical facility stat.
Time out. I'm screaming. I ain't on the phone, no nothing. Get me out.
Nigga, I'm running to the hospital.
No open wound. Don't let no air touch this.
The slightest wind, you finna scream.
You could just feel it. You could just feel the virus up in you. But in all seriousness, I say shout out to Ayton playing his best game, so helping him. But if Devin Booker gonna be out for the rest of the game because of like a broken nose or something,
I don't think his nose broken, but he hit him
right on the bridge of it.
Yeah. That nigga headbutted him, bro. He wild as hell. That's some West Side shit.
I swear to God, it is. I can attest to that. I swear to God, it is.
Hey, G,
he going to the back too because his nose not done bleeding. He did probably break it. The bridge of the nose is so like fucking flimsy. You could punch somebody and break their nose if you want to win a quick fight. But no. So back to that game. I think like Greek Freak is another unsung hero for what happened. Because what Greek Freak was able to adjust in that game is basically saying, okay, can no one stop me? No one can stop me. I'm just going to get to the paint. And he did that efficiently. He did that well. And he was able to keep his team in the game. Chris Middleton played well when they needed him to play well, but he played the position that he needed to play. Chris Middleton should never be your closer. I don't care if Giannis ain't got no moves. That's okay for right now. It's perfectly fine for especially when you don't have to see you probably never gonna have to see somebody like Kawhi. You're never gonna have to see somebody like fucking Braun. You ain't gotta see Jokic. The only two people that's gonna guard you, and I like Aiden, so I'm not gonna say anything bad about Aiden. But the only people that's gonna guard you from now on is between Aiden and Zubac. My nigga, you got a championship. I'm not counting niggas out, but if you play your game, you ain't gotta have no fucking moves. You can press, go on your controller. You can ask Madden. Madden gonna tell you, I press down, half back dive. You're gonna half back dive, and you're gonna score a point about 75% of the time. And niggas are gonna crown you. You're gonna have 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year, and a Finals MVP. If you just be Giannis, fuck a bag, fuck a 3-point shot, fuck a mid range. You proved to us you would take it. Now beat these niggas' ass. That's like watching Giannis. Watching Giannis is like watching that one nigga that you go tell to go talk to the hoes, and it's like, yo, bro, you know you got the confidence, you got the swag. Go talk to him. Nah, bro, I want to try something different.
I respect them. I want to get to know them first. You know, build a friendship, build a connection, and then we can move on from there. Take his time.
He's trying to throw it back.
That's the connection.
Forward.
That's the connection.
She got the Gus 3000.
We're not trying to connect mentally. I'm trying to connect physically.
She got the Gus 3000. She got the suction cup. She got the grip. Come on, man. They say the grip is like Kawhi palming the ball. Is that Vice?
Yo, man, that's kind of scary. I'm sorry, G. That's I'm sorry, G. I was with you with everything else. I was like,
that's how you get Nick Cannon baby numbers.
That's not even no. That's when you meet the nigga Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that used to steal from Adidas.
But look, it's yours. You ain't gotta worry about the hoes, man. The hoes gonna love you. You ain't scaring them no more. You ain't gotta brick jump shots. That nigga mid-range was wet that game, bro. Wet.
Yes, it was. Definitely was.
Like, and then Brooklyn crowd didn't help him at the free throw line because they legit counted for him. They gave him rhythm. When they was counting to 10, they gave him rhythm.
They definitely get that nigga.
1, 2, 3, 4. Shot at 5. Went in. They gave him the rhythm. He good, bro. Like, yeah, you gonna have to get past Trae Young. Who the fuck are you? Clint Capella?
He still gave that man.
John Collins? You gonna whoop John Collins' ass. That's just how it is. You good. I say, to give the rating, and then y'all can talk about them niggas. I'll say Milwaukee in 6. I'm being nice for Trae. But Trae's about to go through fucking hell.
Yeah, because
he about to get guarded by Drew Holiday.
Wall.
Look, man,
he about to get guarded by Drew Holiday, switched on Chris Middleton, just to meet Giannis. He about to go through hell.
Yeah. So, for this series, like the Hawks is gonna miss DeAndre Hunter badly. Because DeAndre Hunter is one of their bigger physical defenders, can guard the perimeter. Not gonna say he's gonna give Giannis problems because he's too short, but he would have been decent enough. With that all being said, I agree with Daytra. There's literally no excuse for Giannis not to see a finals. There's almost no excuse for him not to see a championship. The nasty part is Mike Budenholzer is winning the championship. I don't want that because we are anti-Mike Budenholzer. A future T-shirt on the way is the Mike Budenholzer teams. I have to erase it, or not erase it, but it's in the cut. So, with that being said, I can't drop that until Mike Budenholzer loses. I want Giannis to succeed. Either way, point is this: I've been doubting the Hawks since the first round. Each time Trae Young has proved me wrong. Do I want to see Trae Young literally destroy Drew Holiday? No, not really, because I like Drew Holiday. He's a great person, really great person. I respect him as a player as well. But at the same time, each time we said somebody was supposed to shut Trae Young down, he already got Ben Simmons the fuck up out of here. Why should he not do the same to Drew Holiday? Is another question. But the Bucks is, I think, have the confidence. You literally went through a war. There's no reason why the Hawks should give you that much problems. Because I feel like physically they should overwhelm them, but Philly should also physically overwhelm them because both teams are big as shit. The main issue in itself right now is, okay, what does it say? There's also a organization at the start of the... Oh, well, we've been knew that Chris Paul was going to come back by game 3. Anyway.
Other breaking news, Alex Caruso has been arrested for possessing of marijuana in Texas.
Oh, that ain't nothing. He'll be okay.
That's the dude play for the Lakers, right?
Yeah, the white boy with the headband.
Dude with the yeah. Oh, he white. He good.
Yeah, he good. Like weed. That's it. Shit. Okay. You get suspended first 5 games of the season. It'd be okay. If anything,
if you said like Braun or something like that, that's when it'd be like, oh shit.
Do you know?
Them headlines would be crazy, G.
Bro, Brian ain't never getting caught. So this how Brian
taking the
he
fall.
Gonna talk to the cops with the shirt on him. Hey, bro, look. He gonna look in the back. There's gonna be 50 G's back there. Act like you ain't seen nothing.
Just know that.
Look in the back.
Just know that the Lakers is where it's at today because I joined the team.
It's not even just that. I'm bigger than the NBA.
You got a son? You got a son? Yeah. How much you like Nikes? Oh, you do? Ask him, call him right now, FaceTime. Do he like off-white ones? I can get him shipped to his house by tomorrow. All right, cool.
Speaking of, y'all want something in the back? Y'all want something with me in the back?
Like,
how's your wife doing? She doing good? You ever take her to Cancun? Oh yeah, private jet. All right, cool. Come on. Perfect. Them cops never seen them.
Let it slide.
I can have a kilo of crack on him. He would never get caught just because of that.
LeBron is bigger than a lot of things. He's bigger than NBA. So it's like, nah.
Nigga Cam, the nigga was even though he was vaccinated, the nigga was at a club during the playoffs with niggas with no mask on. And it was like, yeah, Bron playing game 1.
He said everybody. All he had to say was everybody was vaccinated.
It's been a mysterious outbreak of coronavirus in the Lakers team. We don't know where it came from though. Sources are saying that it came from some unknown patron, but you know there are some rumors swirling around that it was LeBron, but it can't possibly be him.
Exactly, bulletproof, G. But different story for a different day. But yeah, I'm getting Bucks in 6. I think Trae Young can finesse 2 games, but I think the Bucks confidently should get these niggas out the paint. But if it goes to game 7 again, be wary of game 7 Kevin Huerter, G. That's a game 7 performer, G. Gotta put respect on them type of niggas, G. Gotta put respect on them. Then as we speak, we got the Clippers and the Clippers and Suns going on right now. The Suns are up 1-0 series wise and currently up 75-71. As we already mentioned earlier, Pat Bev and Devin Booker hit heads. Devin Booker was busted open. Pat Bev had blood on his jersey. We don't know what the hell going on with that, but point all that it is injuries. But I think the Suns should. I have the Suns still come out this series. Chris Paul will be back in game 3 more than likely. Game 4 at the latest.
Let me tell you something. If Cameron Payne out here looking like AI on your ass, you gone.
They're the lose.
This nigga hitting fucking floaters.
I didn't
this
realize.
This nigga give you cradle rocks. He give you fillets, jab steps. Well, come on, man. This nigga got a highlight package right now. in a fucking Western Conference game, bro. 1, 2, 3 Cancun. That's all you gotta say, bro.
Look, man. I know I've been rough on Reggie. Look, if you follow me on social media, you know I've been very rough on Reggie Jackson. But Cameron Payne is up there as well. And we need to have a dialogue on the fact that literally that Cameron Payne, who was once upon a time one of the worst NBA players in the league at one point, and he's literally out here with 23 points in Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. That's nasty. Don't get me started on Reggie Jackson. That's just fucking weird. But it is what it is. Scrubs come to hoop sometimes. But I have this. If the Suns win this game, I got the Suns in 5. If the Suns win this game, I got Suns in 5 because that 2-0 shit ain't gonna fly as well as they think it is because Chris Paul is coming back and he's been doing nothing but watch basketball probably, and he probably knows the Clippers' weaknesses better than they do. So that's my take on that. But shout out to Paul George. He's doing Paul George things.
Yeah, definitely. Paul George brung it. I think Paul George going forward basically stamped the reason he got this. The confidence is there. I just think, I think, there's slander going to happen. I don't think any NBA player should ever let that get to him. Nigga, you making $75 million a year. Don't let it get to you. They go Luke Kennard hitting another 3 when it matters. That nigga don't miss. But no, in all seriousness, he's making, he got a
Devin Booker back in the game.
Extension. You say what?
Devin Booker back in the game.
Cool, that's good.
That's the dude. That's the Kardashian curse dude, right?
No, he ain't. No, he broke it. He broke it.
Yeah, I'm saying that's his biggest headline is that he's breaking the Kardashian curse.
Yeah, that's the dude that Chiseled Adonis said he stole your bitch, but not the curse or some shit like that, bro. He's breaking it, no cap. But this, I think this is a really good series, but it's definitely wouldn't have been an all-time series if they wouldn't have had Chris Paul and Kawhi. It would have been an all-time series.
It would have been a very fun series.
It would have been a really good series. I'm not putting an asterisk on this championship. I would say this: whoever wins this championship, just like last year, they are not repeating. It's just not going to happen. Just because so many teams going to be way more equipped. And I also like to say this: shout out to the fuck boys who actually thought this was going to be a thing. To say that the Raiders was going to dug down because Milwaukee is in the Eastern Conference Final with Atlanta, and the Clippers are in it with Phoenix. Niggas don't know how much fans bring to basketball and how much fans bring to overall sports. And then again, this shit is so good because literally, even though we just said, Cameron Payne, what the fuck? Even though we just said that it's looking like Giannis to win, we don't know who's gonna win the chip. This is better than anything. Better. Lakers maybe was a guess last year, but this year to know that we don't know who's coming out of champion is Cameron Payne has 25 fucking points. It's so I love it. I'm so happy. This is probably one of my favorite postseasons of all time. RPAD, he's one of my favorite players in the league, but yeah.
Yeah. Tyler, anything you want to add about Clippers Suns series?
I still got the the Suns winning in 5, barring any other, weird mishaps or anything like that.
I think
the Clippers going to find a way to pull one at home, and from there on out, it's finito. Especially if Chris Paul comes back anytime soon.
Yeah, so we'll see where that goes. Before we go into wrestling, coaching search updates. So as of right now, Portland seems like they're the most deepest into their coaching search. They're on the second round of interviews, which involves Becky Hammon, who has potential to be the first women head coach in NBA history. So shout out to her. Chauncey Billups and
That's
Mike
a big
D'Antoni.
move.
I don't think she's gonna get hired for this job though, Cam.
It
And Mike
depends.
D'Antoni
Depends on if they want to make that PC move.
Oh shit! I got a question for you, Cam. You want the PE move or the PC move, or do you want the keep my star player happy move?
I don't know, man. It's 2021. I don't know.
Do you want to be the reason why your star player?
I kid you not. It's one thing. Get the first female coach happy as heck. It's another thing with Damon literally coming to office. I love you, Becky.
I'm out.
But I'm out.
Bye.
And then your team becoming relevant for the next fucking decade.
Again.
So
Does she? Is
it's
it
all
like?
about keeping Dave.
Is she like good?
She's under the best coach of all time.
Yeah.
I think she was mentored by by Greg Popovich. So she, most people that come out from underneath his tutelage have some, coaching, repertoire underneath them. But
to keep it buck, if I was her, I just wait it out.
Yeah, I would wait. I wouldn't want to
wait it out. Doc Rivers like fucking 70 years old, bro. I definitely wait that shit out.
Yeah,
I
would too. But I don't think she's gonna get the Portland job. I think it's either going to Chauncey Billups or D'Antoni. D'Antoni's I call it the bucket safe route. Primarily because
is gonna craft the offense for them that's needed, especially if you can't get rid of CJ. D'Antoni is the best bet. I'm not even gonna cap. Now Chauncey, I want to tell y'all this right now. We had the midget discussion in the chat. Nobody's bringing defense to Portland. You want to know why? Unless you get Draymond Green, you don't have an anchor. Who the fuck going to be an anchor?
Because Nurkic can't be that.
Every great defensive team has an anchor. Who is their anchor? AD? Anchor. Draymond? Anchor. Who's your anchor? So they will never be a good defensive team. Ever.
So are you kind of try to make trades to adjust to?
Who you trade for?
That's the issue.
Nobody.
That's the issue.
The bro. I'm gonna say this right now. So many teams are fucked with star players and they probably will lose their star players because of how dry the trades are, right? You can't build around nobody. Because every good player already has a contract that's stupid. Now, mind you, I always say ain't no contract tradable, but you lose something.
We saw Kimba get flipped.
You lose something, right? Kimba got flipped before Boston closed his door for the last time, bro. That was fucking funny. But look at the aspect of this, bro. Look at Dallas. What do Dallas need? Dallas needs a 3-and-D wing guy, right? Who's all those? Who's all those guys? The greatest in the league right now. You want to say what? That you could possibly be available. Jaylen Brown, big contract. You can probably get a Ben Simmons, but for whom? Who you gonna give up to get Ben Simmons?
Because if I'm Philly, I don't want Porzingis, really.
I don't want Porzingis, and I damn sure don't want Tim Hardaway Jr. Don't want Brunson. So who the fuck you give up? You don't. There's nothing in the world. I mean, there's nothing in the water that can get you what you need to be a competitive team. Now, if you're Portland, you definitely go for Draymond. You make a trade. I wouldn't be surprised if Draymond play his last game in Golden State after jagging a layup. Would not be surprised if he
I've
goes.
Been said that I think Draymond is probably going to get traded. Maybe should, because we just don't know how well players.
You got Wiseman.
Yeah, Wiseman.
You got Wiseman. Wiseman's going to be fine when he comes back.
You got Wiseman. You get you a 4 that can space the floor. And then you get you a 4 that can space the floor with that gritty ass bench that you got. And you got that gritty ass bench. Clay's gonna be back. Steph Curry is in his fucking prime, like his real prime.
his final prime, as I like to call it, his final form.
This is gonna be the best. This is gonna be his best years, other than like without getting the MVP. Put it like that. So you have like Draymond. The only thing you lose with Draymond is that you won't have a playmaker
And a defender, super like a elite.
now. He's an elite defender. Lakers running through you because that's the only nigga that can stop AD consistently. Oh, the hit consistently locks up AD. Fucking give AD the fucking mitts every time. Fucking hilarious too. I don't know what he do to AD that makes AD so ass. But
Hey man,
come on,
some players got it.
Luke Kennard don't miss.
That's nasty.
That's literally that. Luke Kennard is literally what
Joe Harris
Ty
should've
Lue
been.
uses to for adjustments. Put in Luke Kennard back in the
Literally,
game.
that's the momentum shift. Nasty.
What you say?
That's the momentum shift, and that's nasty too. And Luke Kennard's another white man that's still in checks, but he's at least showing his worth a little bit at times.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. But last, I say it's going to Chauncey. I think Chauncey deserves a coaching job. He doing really well with the Clippers. Like Clippers are a meme because of what happened in the bubble. But that team this year was really freaking good. Really good. Kawhi played really good. Paul George played really well coming off that horrible bubble stint. So hell yeah, you get somebody like Chauncey who dealt with a team like that. But don't fall on coaching. This should fall on what you can do in this offseason to make that team better. Which I believe, hey bro, ask Dame what city you want to go to and how we can make that happen. Because I'm telling you right now, bro, you're not a contender and you never will be a contender. So let's
Not in the
see
West.
what we can do.
The West is getting too damn good.
Yeah, it's too good. You're
It's
going to
too
get
good,
blown.
and then the new
Eventually,
blood is
what?
coming up.
Eventually, Zion going to ascend, and he almost did it this year. The nigga averaged 27.
He did ascend
So-
shit. Just
He goes on the court more. So, and then he didn't even like his fucking coach.
nobody liked that nigga.
Now, the reason
Except
the
Eric
reason he
Bledsoe.
left because JJ Redick got traded. And the reason JJ Redick got traded because him and Van Gundy don't like each other.
Oh yeah, because they was.
So Zion, they said Zion was really hurt by JJ Redick getting traded. He loves JJ Redick. You know, that's that Duke shit though. So, oh yeah, Van Gundy should have lost his job. I just thought about that. Them two Duke players. Why would you do that?
3. Ingram.
Why would you do that?
Ingram is also a Duke player.
Yep.
That Duke connection different, bro. That Duke connection different, G. And JJ Redick's like King Duke. He's like the face of Duke players in the modern era.
And then he's probably a good veteran for that team.
Yeah, he's a perfect
leadership
vet,
wise. That was a good veteran for them. You fucked that up.
Fuck up is not even a word, but
And he got fired.
I'm actually gonna talk wrestling.
Brandon Ingram was upset that he was getting less minutes than fucking Eric Bledsoe.
Look, everybody, I'll be mad too. We literally have an episode dedicated to Eric Bledsoe. Who did he lock up? Besides the bag.
If I get less minutes than Eric Bledsoe, I'm bringing the blicky. I'm letting them know now. I have a gun. As soon as I go into practice, my gun is here.
Just so y'all know.
I am packing. But we can talk about wrestling. I want to talk about wrestling this week. I'm actually excited to.
Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and get to wrestling. So let's start back from SmackDown. So, SmackDown was actually SmackDown's always decent. So,
SmackDown started off with Rey Mysterio saying, "I want to get my ass beat."
Literally, that's how it did start. He wants to get
He
his
said,
ass
"I can't
beat.
wait till Sunday. I don't want to die on Father's Day. I want to do it 2 days before."
He wants to spin. He wants to be in the arm cast, no, in a body cast on Father's Day instead of being in the body cast the day after Father's Day. So I understand it. It is what it is. Cool. So then, Tyler, you might remember better than I do. So just break down SmackDown.
All right. So Rey Mysterio started off with his promo, saying, I can't wait till Sunday. I want to fight you now, and it's going to be in this cell. So Roman comes out. He gives him a chance to, pull out the match. He's like, I don't know if you want to do this, but if you don't, throw in the towel now, I'm not letting you out of the cell. So we moved on from that. We had Kevin Owens. Was it I can't remember. Was it a tag match?
It was a tag team match. It was Kevin Owens, Big E versus Apollo Crews
Kevin
and
Owens
Commander
and Big E
Aziz.
versus Commander Aziz and Apollo. Basically, no, it was a decent match. Apollo and Commander Aziz got the win because Sammy got in the way again and further pissed Kevin Owens off. So Kevin Owens went backstage afterwards like, give me Sammy. I need to whoop his ass. I really want to whoop his ass. So, they gave him the match, which is technically the match that replaced Ray and Roman at Hell in a Cell. So, that happened. We got... What was the segment after that? I think it was the Bailey segment.
Yeah, Bailey and Bianca had a little segment. Bailey ended up whooping her ass. Bailey whooped the ass and posed like a Mortal Kombat character during the MK3 era.
Yep.
With the belt.
And then we were supposed to have Angelo Dawkins versus Otis, and Otis smashed that man's arm to hell again, I believe. So they end up not having the match.
Hey, shout out to...
and this is another thing I'm going to say about Otis' situation, because I wasn't really... Like, last year when they really initially started pushing Otis, it wasn't that I wasn't for it, it's just I wasn't all that interested in it. I feel like him being heel right now, with the whole beard shave thing, this might be the best thing going for him. They're at least trying to, work with him in some type of way. He comes off as more, more intimidating, honestly. He don't got to say nothing. Chad Gable is technically his mouthpiece.
He look like he eat fingers.
Huh?
He look like he eat fingers.
He probably do.
Like that shit.
I wouldn't want to be around a nigga that.
Tyler said he looked like Darius from The Job.
He does, and Darius is a big, swole Russian dude. He's a very nice guy, but I would imagine if you pissed him off, he's probably gonna hit you in the back of the head with his elbow.
Hey, now I gotta tell Darius you say he look like this nigga, but I gotta go to the job just to say that.
Hey, I'm probably gonna call off for a couple of days.
Who say you gonna be here? Who say you gonna be alive?
Are you finna head at your place, Daytra? You gonna be working on calls and stuff. Is Mr. Tyler here? I would like to speak to him for a second.
You on that Tyler getting thrown across the whole apartment, G.
I'm just gonna turn my music up.
You bogus. You just like
you gonna hear the music and turn the music up.
What happened to you?
You just gonna hear Younger Names. Who I smoke.
I got my ass whooped.
I'm just gonna chill.
But yeah, I like overall. I like the direction where they have Otis and Chad Gable right now. I think it's working for them. I definitely think it's going to lead to them having a tag team match on whatever the next pay per view is. Especially if Ray and Dominic end up having to drop the belts because they got the shit beat out of them the last month. But after that, I believe we had I actually missed this portion of the show. Yeah, it was kind of a blur. After that part, I just remember getting to the Hell in a Cell match.
That's how I remember it as well. So, oh no, wait, Jimmy had his talk with Roman saying, "All right, G.
Oh yeah.
You got a point.
It was the Jimmy segment.
You have a point.
I may not agree with your, with the way you make your decisions, but we family. I'm gonna stick with you." But then he told asked me, what's up with your brother? He's like, I ain't heard from man in like a whole week, so I don't know. He told me, get that shit straightened out because we stronger as a unit. Individually, we, I can hold my own individually. I'm Roman, but we all together, ain't nobody beating us, bro. So go get your brother.
which I respect. That was a family nigga family ass moment. Then we get to pretty much one of the greatest ass weapons I ever seen. Uh, between Ray and Roman. Ray did have his moments. He did look good.
That's all I asked for. I'm the resident. I'm the resident Rey Mysterio stan.
Hey, I love Ray G.
The only reason why I even have an iota of a fuck about wrestling was because of Rey Mysterio. Nigga had the mask, the acrobatics. That's all I cared about as a kid, especially when he had a mask, because that's during my edgy phase. And I was like, if you got a mask on, you a cool ass nigga. So whenever I saw Rey Mysterio on the screen, bro, I was like, bro, this shit is lit. So I'm gonna just let the Rey Mysterio slander reign.
The whole
just know it's my nigga.
The whole that Rey Mysterio had in like the mid
2000s,
early mid 2000s, bro.
Different. So it's all love when it comes to Rey Mysterio, because that was one of my first wrestlers I liked growing up on WCW era. So he was my nigga. But so Ray did have his moments, look strong, but it didn't mean nothing because Roman Reigns is the big dog, and when he freaking lifted that nigga powerbomb threw him out the ring into the cell, and he bounced off the cell. G, things was over with.
Fell flat on his chest, bro. I was like, I would have been done after that. I would have been like, just call this shit.
Look, G, you threw me into the cell, and then I landed face first. G, I'm done.
I'm
Choke that nigga out.
Hear the usual Rey Mysterio sound effect when he gets hurt. The
my knee. But proceed.
I spent that hole.
He probably did say that too, but so Roman chokes that nigga out. Roman choking niggas out.
Guillotine. This nigga literally put Rey Mysterio's head inside the cusp of his elbow and choked him out.
Yo, he did this nigga like this. He put that nigga.
He had that nigga in the hole that Melvin had Jody in.
So wait, I got a question. So is that Rey Mysterio's job nowadays? Because like every time I hear about Rey Mysterio now, it's like this nigga is getting like some pain inducing shit. Like when he got like his eye poked out and shit like that. Like is that his job now?
The short answer, hell yeah.
Ass beat, but in very painful ways.
I would say for about the last year or so, yeah.
Literally for the past year, he's been in some shit.
He had his bright spots, but
so Cam, he is for we got to get the weave into you for the niggas out there. Cam is our resident weave. He is at his basically what like Shikamaru father and Choji father was at when Naruto and them grew up. He at that time.
Okay. Okay.
It's passing the torch time, man. We still rock with you.
Exactly. We like you. You good peoples, but pack. Yeah. you do a good job making the other niggas look good, G. So it's like, hey, and also his son is there, so it's like,
and it's only gonna help him getting his ass beat is only gonna help his son in some way in the future. So
exactly,
sacrifices must be made, man.
Exactly. So Roman choked that nigga out.
You think they go push his son?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
they got the
belt right now.
We already got a belt.
Okay. Yeah, he got the tag title.
Well, he probably the youngest tag team champion ever.
Is he a good wrestler? Like, can y'all see him going on a run?
He still needs some polishing, but he can maneuver around the ring better than some average nigga off the street.
Exactly.
He has tell he's training for it.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is he just needs to tone up a little bit because that nigga just looks like a fat, out of shape Mexican sometimes.
He built like a hype beast. Like, he built like somebody.
He's built like a that's a good example. He's built like a hype beast. Like if you
he be coming fresh though.
He definitely be fresh.
Yep.
Ray did pass down the drip.
Definitely did. But when you have money, kind of easy to drip. So, but yeah. So Roman beat that nigga ass. SmackDown ended with Jimmy coming out, giving him the respect, saying, "Yeah, good job. You know the vibes." So then, fast forward, move on to Hell in a Cell. Now, Hell in a Cell.
I thought was pretty solid.
It was solid. It was a solid. Especially this being the last pay-per-view of the Thunderdome era. It was solid.
I got a confession to make. Peacock is the worst app known to man. I cannot watch Hell in a Cell. So I had to keep up with it.
Hey.
It still has been tweaking. They gotta fix
Tweak it
It
is
is
an
good.
understatement.
You know what I noticed though? It's
Funimation,
only
Cam.
when you watching the
also
WWE stuff.
I also will let you know how bad Peacock is to compare it to something to let you know how bad it is. Funimation is a superior app in every which way and form.
Oh shit, yo, then that must mean Peacock is like absolute fucking garbage. Then, like even
bro,
worse than trash.
It's like this is my main issue with it, because like for me, I'm trying to watch old previous WCWs and shit, like to just refresh myself and also future content. It doesn't keep track of what I
It doesn't at
previously
all.
watched,
You
so I have to
if you
remember
stop watching
dates.
it, you literally go back into it and start from the beginning.
You also can't rewind, right? You also can't rewind on Peacock.
Yeah, you
I can
can't do it
rewind.
whether
It's
it's
annoying.
live or not.
It's a
You can't
bitch, but
rewind
you can rewind.
Yeah, what's the point of not? Okay, if you can't rewind live, bro, you can't rewind. Like that's so fucking simple.
Very
Yeah,
true.
you can do it. You do it on YouTube. You do it. You can do it through like VODs on Twitch and shit like
You
that.
can do it through the original WWE network.
Look, man, the original WWE Network was way superior. That's a different story for a different day.
That was one of the better apps known to man.
So you're saying like if like a 3-hour wrestling show, if it crashes halfway, I gotta like forward all the way up to like the.
You gotta wait till it come back.
No, you gotta wait. What they do is if you're watching something live, you have to literally if you get booted out, you pick up wherever it's currently at. And then after the actual show is over with, you have to wait until the next day damn near to even rewatch it.
Yep.
They don't release the VODs as soon as it's done?
Nope.
Not because the WWE app used to do it immediately.
Back on the WWE app, you could rewind it live.
And this is the thing. That's just basic, like, okay, things that, messes me up when I'm trying to watch the show, right? That's what they're going through. For me, I can't watch. Every time I watch
Peacock, works better on your phone than it does on your console.
Every time I watch Peacock, it tells me something went wrong on my PlayStation, on my laptop, and on my phone.
Oh, well. Yeah. They got to fix that.
And there's no other way to watch wrestling besides through Peacock.
If you live in Canada, I gotta get Canadian VPN.
Through alleged means.
Through United States means, yes. If you got a VPN and you can change your country, you can use the network still.
Canada still has WWE network?
Only people who have who has to go through Peacock is the US. Every other country uses WWE network because Peacock is just NBC is just an American television.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So, it's just an
also, I haven't actually been back on the WWE app. You can't watch anything on there.
It will tell you go to Peacock.
It will literally tell you go to Peacock G because they've recognized it's a United States IP
I'll just check
and all of that. So yeah, but Hell in a Cell, solid overall. Pre-show Natalie versus Mandy Rose. Natalia versus Mandy Rose. I don't know why I call that as Natalie, but Natalia won. As she should have. Whatever. Bianca Belair, Bayley opens the pay-per-view. Bianca Belair wins. I only watched the second half of this match. Solid match. Bianca looked really good. Shout out to Bayley. I hope this is the end of their little rivalry right now, but I don't know. Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. Cesaro, of course,
another really good match.
Really freaking good match. Seth Rollins, Cesaro is gonna be gold in the ring regardless. I'm cool with the ending because it protected Cesaro. Because I need wrestling fans to understand this. A roll up don't mean getting fucking buried. Roll up means they're protecting you.
Exactly.
So yeah, so Cesaro got rolled up. Whatever. Seth Rollins wins. We probably get Seth Rollins versus Edge at SummerSlam. That's the rumor right now. Give that to me.
That's been one of my dream matches I've always wanted ever since Seth Rollins turned heel. I'm like, we need to have this match at some point. If Edge was to ever come back, I have to have it.
Yeah, so give that to me. Give that to me, please. Moving on.
I need both of them looking at each other like psychopaths.
That'll be the even funnier part. Alexa Bliss versus Shayna Baszler. Interesting match. Alexa, stop. You forgetting
Say my name. Say my name.
Anyway, the Fiend Bliss, as I'm remember to call her. And Shayna Baszler was a very interesting match. Decent, entertaining. She uses her powers and shit. Reginald got hypnotized. I think she made Nia Jax scream at the same time as she did. Eerie shit. Fun match though. I don't like the Twisted Bliss as a finisher because she does it so horribly. But it is what it is. Alexa Bliss won. Anything you want to add, Tyler?
I honestly didn't even get that. It was another playback issue. I couldn't even watch the match, so
Damn. All
I
right.
literally turned back on once she actually finished the match. So
Well, anyway, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn won. Really freaking
another
good
really
match.
good match.
Really freaking good match. I really wasn't paying attention because I was in mid conversation with somebody, but really freaking good match from what I remember, and also the hell of a kick was fire as hell.
Yeah, executed
Anytime
very well.
Sami Zayn wins, it's a win for the world.
Exactly.
This is also another catalyst to Kevin Owens coming back heel because he did announce after the pay per view he's taking a little time off, to rest up and everything, which is cool. But I definitely think he's coming back to whoop some ass in a heelish way again.
Which I'm cool with.
And they got him with Big E, so he probably turned heel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then Charlotte versus Rhea ended in disqualification.
No, that was actually
This was a really good
It
match.
started off very hard hitting. It was hard hitting all the way through. Honestly, Charlotte started off where before they can even ring the bell, she snatched the belt out of the ref's hand and smashed Rhea over the face with it.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious as hell to start. But it was a really good match. Charlotte
It
made
was
Rhea
almost conceivable that Charlotte could have won.
Yeah. Yeah, easily. I agree. Excuse me. I agree with that. It was just a good way to safely keep Rhea with the belt. But I'm not mad at the finish. It was just like I said. It's just to me the goal is to make Rhea look really fucking good again because the matches with Asuka didn't really help, honestly. And I think it's also leading up to a Rhea heel turn as well. So
yeah.
Then we had Bobby versus Drew McIntyre. Phenomenal match. Very freaking phenomenal. I'm glad it ended how it did. I like the finish. I'm not mad
Bobby
at
won
it.
that match, right?
Yeah, Bobby won. So
The extra didn't like that match.
Yeah, we know
Bobby doesn't like
extra hates all black wrestlers for some odd reason. So it is what it is. He was probably disgusted with Raw. But anyway, Bobby won. Both looked really good. Drew McIntyre's 0-2 in Hell in a Cell matches, which is hilarious as hell. And
also, another match where it ended with the roll up to protect Drew.
Also, another match that did end in a roll up once again to protect Drew, because then it led to some dumbasses in the alternative wrestling brand on TNT to say, "Hey, they fucking up with Drew," as if we didn't have a Drew be active in the title picture for an entire 2 years. It feels like. So
even lost the belt and gained it back.
Each time he spent the whole year with the belt and chasing the belt, and he's still doing it. And it's June 2021. They had to get him out the title picture and have him do something else. I'm cool with that. It's perfectly fine. Drew still looks freaking like Drew. He's a freaking threat. It is what it is. Let somebody else cook with the belt for the time being. And I'm happy that Bobby Lashley is probably going to get his Brock Lesnar moment. I'm happy. I'm happy to see that Brock. Huh?
That's all he wants.
That's all he wants. He wants to fight Brock. Let it happen. Please. So
and after that, it's probably open season. If Brock don't take the belt off, it's probably open season for that WWE title.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens with that. But it is what it is. Let Bobby have his moment. I'm happy for him. So yeah. So Hell in a Cell was really decent. Now we go on to next night of Raw. Bobby comes out with the hose. They have a little celebration. Once again, WWE, if you can replace 2 of them women, G, with some better looking women, it'd be on point. Because
Stop being
it's
so sexist, bro.
I'm a wrestling fan, so I'm already expected to be a little bit sexist. But anyway, so
Misogynistic pig, bro. Let
I
these women be
know
great.
very much. So anyway, Bobby needs to replace 2 of the 4 hoes that he got. Either way, shout out to them women, the black one specifically. Y'all doing y'all thing. Anyway, they having a little celebration. New Day comes out. Kofi says, "Hey, look, niggas, I'm giving you niggas toast, literally," and and challenges Bobby for the belt. Says, "Hey, nigga, I want my title shot. Don't forget, I beat your ass." While showing edited footage of how he won a match, which I respect. Um, Needs to be talking about how New Day is looking very heelish at times with some antics, but I'm cool with it. Um, Bobby accepts. He says, but in return, I want to beat your friend ass, and I want to beat his ass. Wait, then Xavier says, we can fight, and it's going to be in Hell in a Cell. So we get in the Hell in a Cell, the main event Raw, just like how we had the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, and the Hell in a Cell, the main event SmackDown. Cool.
People found a way to complain about that too, but fuck
Exactly. I'm like, nigga, when have we ever had a Hell in a Cell, the main event Raw? Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ.
And then it was a good main event. That match was going crazy.
Xavier Woods deserves some credit in terms of his ring performance. Raw sucks, has been really sucking until recently, but he has been one of the bright. His matches have been some bright spots. Anyway, so we get
match
money
a couple weeks ago that he had with Matt Riddle. That was one of the best matches on Raw in like 2 years.
It's a match in the year candidate for me in terms of Raw. Like, so, but yeah, so they agree to fight each other at the end of the night. We get Money in the Bank qualifiers. First one's Ricochet versus AJ Styles. Extra's probably extra pissed that Ricochet finally beat AJ Styles. It is what it is. A black man won. Let's be happy for it. Then
did we also ever figure out why is he still wrestling in jeans and gym shoes?
Yes, I actually read. He did an interview.
I never understood that.
He did an interview. He said pretty much it's like a restart because he says in Japan most niggas come in wearing all black with black boots. So for him, it's a motivation to do better.
I respect it.
So yeah, that's the gist of what I got out of it. Pretty much, it's not the
which Money in the Bank really could be the starter that restart. I'm not exactly sure if he's the one to win the match. I wouldn't mind it if he did, but I definitely think that's a good resetting start for Ricochet. I'm a Ricochet supporter, so
yeah,
I'm all for it.
So yeah, then I might be going out of order a little bit. Naomi and Asuka in a women's Money in the Bank qualifier.
That was actually the first match.
That was the first match?
Yeah.
Well, who cares? It don't matter either way. Like I said, I'm probably going out of order. Naomi and Asuka fought Eva Marie and I'm calling her by her proper name, which is Piper Niven, because I'm not about to call her that fucking very offensive fat girl name. That's a fat girl nickname, bro. That is a fat girl nickname, and it's bogus as hell. Now, Vince McMahon is bogus, but Piper Niven, Eva Marie, Piper Niven says, "Hey, look, you skinny white bitch, I'm not about to be disrespected," and abandons her mid-match. Where if you watch this match, when Naomi rolled up Eva Marie, she's twerking mid-count. So that's a sight to see. I highly recommend people to go check out that roll-up. It's a sight to see. Shout out to Jimmy Uso, man. You're blessed. So yeah, so Asuka Naomi qualified for Money in the Bank. Then we had, who was it? John Morrison versus Randy Orton qualifier match.
John Morrison won.
Despite
Miz got in the way, got distracted, and Matt Riddle came out and furthered that distraction for Randy Orton, kind of pissed him off and costing him the match.
Yeah, so John Morrison qualifies. Then Drew McIntyre fought Matt Riddle for a qualifying match. Really freaking good match. Matt Riddle's one of the strongest niggas because he lifted up Drew McIntyre with ease.
Drew is like what, 250?
Drew is probably like 280, 6'7", I believe. He's a tall ass month. He makes Randy Orton look small. So, and Randy Orton's like 6'5". Pick that nigga up, walked him around the ring and all of that. Like he made this shit look easy. But great match. Matt Riddle won. Randy Orton came out looking angry and displeased. Everybody on wrestling Twitter was also like happy because Matt Riddle's out the title picture again. Because it's like, oh, okay. Until they announce that they're having a final chance match, which involves Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, and AJ Styles.
AJ Styles next week.
Which I think I have Randy Orton winning that. It makes the most sense. Anything else? Oh yeah, Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss and Shayna Baszler continue their little situation. No, wait, no. Yeah, no, wait, no. That was a tag team match. There we go. So, The Fiend Bliss and superhero Nikki Cross, which we'll get to shortly, tag team together like the good old days to fight Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. That was also a really decent match. As well. I hate Twisted Bliss as a finisher. I wish that she would change her finisher altogether. I'm tired of it. But Alexa Bliss and Shane and Nikki Cross won. Internet community's mad that Nikki Cross is a superhero, but
it's her idea apparently, and it got over. It got past Vince, so it
worked. So just because your favorite wrestler who got future fucking endeavored plans didn't work out, don't mean that it is what it is. And plus, Vince loves superhero gimmicks. Hurricane, and the Hurricane was fucking over.
So, you saw what he tried to originally do with Neville.
That was a fail, but he likes the superhero gimmicks, and Nikki Cross kind of has the personality to make it work, and plus, she's a good person to have on TV on a consistent basis. So it is what it is.
Probably going to end up making a toy out of that. So you know how the toy sales go.
Exactly, and plus, y'all get to see Nikki Cross in freaking a thick ass superhero attire. Y'all have a problem with that?
Be happy.
Exactly. So then we get Xavier Woods versus Bobby Lashley. Freaking great match. Great match.
Oh no! Another thing that happened before that, they had the backstage segment.
Oh yeah,
Jinder, Jeff, Cedric Alexander, and Sheamus were pleading their case for why we're not in the Money in the Bank match or whatever. So, they all pleading their case. Jinder, I think this is further in the agenda of Jinder possibly, screwing over Drew in some way, and they, leading into their feud. He said specifically, if somebody happens to get hurt, strongly consider putting me in that match. So, Drew is probably gonna get jumped in the beginning of the show next week.
Either he's gonna get jumped or they're gonna interfere. I feel like we'll see, but let's see where that goes. But I'm all for Jinder in the big Mahals. Because you remember he had the little Mahals when he was the champ. Now he has the big Mahals next to him, doing a thing. And plus, it gives Drew something to do away from the title picture. Help get somebody else re-over or something. Anyway, so Xavier, Bobby Lashley have a really fantastic Hell in a Cell match to close out Raw. I enjoyed it. Didn't have no issues with it. Bobby literally did beat that nigga ass. But I will say this: that elbow drop from across the ring.
I love his elbow drop.
But what made it dope was this once again shows camera work, G. That camera angle made it look so freaking better, G, because it looks so epic. And the way he just launched himself at Bobby was so fire. But Xavier's a freaking great performer. You would think he did not tear his Achilles like a year or two ago. Was that him that tore his Achilles, or was that Big E?
No, that was Big E had tore like his knee up or something, but Xavier tore up his Achilles.
Yeah, that was Xavier tore his Achilles up. You would think he never did it. Freaking phenomenal shape still. Great worker. Good job. Loved it. Good storytelling. Even though he lost, and the fact that Bobby and MVP locked themselves in the cell after the match just to continue to beat that nigga ass in front of Kofi was hilarious. So I think that's leading up to probably slightly writing Xavier Woods off TV. Because to kind of give Kofi that you're alone type situation. Figure it out. I'm cool with it. Black people are main eventing Raw. I'm cool with it. And we getting black niggas main eventing for the belt. I'm cool with it. Raw was really good this week. Shout out to the Rock.
Yep.
Yep. Daytra, anything you want to add?
Yeah, Raw was good this week. That was my wrestling comment for today.
Hey, see? Oh, good news. And for me, and also took a little, I'm going to say is some LL Cool J type work. I'm going to Raw when they go to Chicago this in August. So I'm happy for myself. I'm excited to go.
Paul George, what did you just do?
Did he just miss a free throw? Damn. That nigga Devin Booker nose is swelled the fuck up.
Probably wearing a mask the rest of the series.
Probably. I didn't know. Hey man. All I know.
That just makes me feel that's another thing that's gonna further the baby Kobe agenda with the mask.
Hey, low key, that Kobe with the mask era was funny. But yeah, so as we get ready to wrap this episode up, it looks like the Clippers. I don't know. They might pull. He missed. Oh wait. Well, yours is way ahead of mine because he's just now shooting the next one, and they get the timeout. We're going to continue. Look, wrestling part is over, but as we will,
if Paul George loses this game for them.
Hey man, you gonna get live reactions with this, G. So
let the chaos begin.
Yep, we get live reactions, but the misses, they be just promote shit, bro. You know, copy some merch, youtweakingmedia.net. You can still get free shipping right now with the code UTMSHIP, so get you some merch, free shipping. The shipping, taxes like a mother. Anyway, get some free shipping. Follow us on Twitter at 3s from the ring, at 3s from the ring. Make sure if you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share. And also make you check out all the new content we got on the YouTube page. We got new Black Otaku reviews. Cam and DC talking about the recent One Piece chapter in My Hero. My Hero was actually really good this week. Evil Deku. So check that out. Then make sure you follow us on Instagram, You Tweaking Media, and also check out the Black Otaku Plays IG page as well. And if you listen to the podcast only, which we greatly appreciate, whether you're on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Pod, make sure you subscribe. If you can rate, give us a thumbs up. It's all greatly appreciated. And above all, share the content. Anyway, let's watch the end of this game.
Ooh, let's go. So wait, who do we want to win?
Son got the ball back.
Who are we rooting for? Or who am I supposed to root for?
And root whoever you want to root for.
I really don't. I don't care. I'm gonna go with the majority. I don't have an original thought to myself.
If you go with the majority, Phoenix Suns. If you want to go adversaries, Clippers.
Which one is the Devin Booker on? He on the Suns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I want to see the headlights for the Kardashian curse stuff, so I want him to win.
That curse probably just reared his ugly head.
Yeah, because I'm not letting Miles Bridges shoot.
Who did he go with again? Which Kardashian did he go with?
Anthony, the youngest one.
The younger one?
Kendall.
So technically a Jenner.
Oh. He probably sitting at the sidelines like, nope. Got like a soul tie string on him.
Bro, in the playoffs, you get box seats for that.
Yeah, box seats. She got like a little puppet string soul tie to him, just manipulating him on the court.
That's you sit in the sideline and say, for instance, Booker fuck up a game. You know how many times you about to get spit on?
Ugh.
Barely post COVID.
Yeah.
Are they reviewing the out of bounds, or they just outright saying it's his son's ball?
They're reviewing the out of bounds.
Oh, okay. I believe that that's
on Aiden.
Yeah, that's on Aiden. It's clear.
Yeah. Clips won this game.
Yeah, Clippers escape. They escape. Once again, you don't trust Miles Bridges to close out games. The same way you don't trust,
You
like, no, like
It
even though I
would be a
understand,
game 7.
no, this is
This
game
game
2,
First
so
two
it's still
games.
early. Still
Oh,
very early.
okay.
Yep, still very early. So, but yeah, it looks like the Suns is about to lose this one unless the referees just say go to hell, which would be funny as hell. So we're just gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I think it's over with. But we appreciate you niggas for
Oh
listening.
wait, the Suns inbound the ball.
Wait.
Oh shit.
Oh wait, hold on. We might get
Double
Devin
doubles.
Book. Devin Booker might do some shit. Or DeAndre Ayton.
It gotta be Aiden. You gotta tip up for Aiden.
0.9 seconds, like that's enough time to get a shot off.
No, in 2K. I was doing this in 2K. My nigga take a dribble, lose the fucking
Yeah,
game.
you can't do on 2K. It's like 2K will give you a big fuck you.
2K don't want you to thrive at all.
Yep. He got it. Ain't no reviewing that. He got that.
Yo!
That's money.
Hold on, but they got to make sure it
Why
didn't go.
Why he push Booker?
Wait, what? What
Why
happened?
he push Booker?
Because
One more
Devin Booker
push
talking
Booker.
gang of shit to niggas, G. Devin Booker like talking the gang of shit to niggas. Wait, Paul George be looking, G. Yo, Paul George, you remember the movie All About the Benjamins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ice Cube's
He
braids
got them
look.
Bookham braids.
He got them
got them
Bookham.
Bookham braids.
Bookham!
Oh yeah. Yeah, this game. That's game. That's game.
Ooh.
That's game.
Yo, Zubac gotta hold that G.
Was that the
That's
Suns
the
or the
second
Clippers?
time-
The Suns.
No, the Suns. That's the second time he had to grab 8 nuts.
Oh, I never seen an inbound alley oop work. I never seen an inbound alley oop work before, G.
Hey, bro, look. I'm so happy Aiden a star,
Remember
bro.
when,
He's a star. You can't say he ain't no star, bro. Better than Ben Simmons? Is he better than Ben Simmons right now? Answer me, Chris.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
hey, what's that 17 more niggas better than Ben Simmons, bro? Hey, man, you hate to see it.
Yo,
At this
G,
case,
I never seen an alley oop in the game, G. You gotta hold that. You got buzzer
The
beater
last
alley
time I
oop, G.
seen an alley oop game winner, to my knowledge, was when Dwight Howard had that alley oop dunk over Tim Duncan for the game. It was like his rookie year or some shit.
I gotta look that up because I don't remember it. Because for one, Tim Duncan fundamentally wouldn't even allow that because that's still prime Tim Duncan. But I'm gonna still look it up.
He got dunked on during that play too. He got dunked on for the game winner, I believe.
They're trying to say that's offensive goaltending.
Hell, didn't touch the rim.
Ooh.
Don't do that because the Suns go come out and beat the shit out of them next game just because you did that.
That's not offensive goal. It didn't hit the rim.
Just let them have that. That's bullshit.
I don't think that's offensive goaltending.
Why the fuck is the refs just call it, bro? What is they taking all this time
Trying to be in
for?
some Twitter handles tonight. I want people to at me. Let me ruin niggas' lives tonight.
Shit.
I don't think that's offensive goaltending. How's that offensive goaltending? He literally caught it and dunked it. It didn't hit the rim. If it hit the rim, honestly, he definitely couldn't be offensive goaltending.
Bro, you can't take this away from this nigga, bro. You gotta hold that, bro. They lost.
But even then, low key, they could still run a tech because somebody did push Booker too. I will call that tech be an asshole.
Don't they have challenges? Can't they challenge it now?
That's why they're reviewing it. But I think they're reviewing this to make sure.
They also gotta reset the shot clock. This is giving them enough time to set up a play for the clip, even though 0.5 seconds you fuck regardless. But you can't. That's a win.
I think that's a game. I'm not familiar with the rules when it comes to this, so
Yeah.
Well, the shot has to be in motion to go down. If that was a offensive goal, then shot has to be in motion. Yeah, they ain't got no timeouts. You gotta launch that ball like you fucking goddamn Peyton. They ain't got no timeouts.
I think they were just looking for the clock then. Okay, so it wasn't offensive.
And then Mook. The clock was at 5. It wasn't even at 7. They ruining the game, bro.
They take this away from him. DeAndre Ayton gotta have his Shaq moment where he say the refs ruining the fucking game.
Gee, that is a classic Shaq moment. G, by the way, that is
I don't
a
give a
classic
shit.
Fucking game.
I wish he wouldn't have had that on the. I wish he wouldn't have. I don't give a shit on the T-shirt, man.
I don't give a shit.
I swear, the fact that Shaq never, like, no, he was with Payless back then. That shit wasn't gonna slide. I don't give a shit T-shirt.
I mean, he said "fuck" on national television.
No, he said shit. He said, "I don't
No,
give a
he
shit."
said, he said the rest.
He said the rest of women.
Oh yeah, he said the rest of fucking. Oh yeah.
You know, the funny thing is they trying to keep the Clippers in this shit because it was 0.5. I saw the clock. The ball went in a hoop at 0.5.
Hey, look, Nature called the hotline and let my man's the head coach, the head referee know in New York. G, let him know.
You know, already walked out the building, bro. You trying to see it no more?
This shit is so ass, bro. Got my fucking head hurting. Somebody said Scott Foster causing problems on purpose.
Oh yeah. Scott Foster is one of them look at me ass referees. G, he's
He heard
look at
Chris
me as
Paul
hell.
coming back.
He trying to get added on Twitter, bro.
If I'm a referee, I'll make sure I don't have a Twitter. G, the type of shit that
referees
people
be getting their ass burned.
hell no, you don't foul shit. I'm doubling PG.
Scott Foster really need a fucking bullet. That's what we need.
Imagine a bullet just hitting a referee mid game. Yo,
It don't have to come out of gun, so I just need to throw it at the motherfucker. By the time they drop down inbound the ball, Jesus will be back to be taking us home. Like, what the heck? And like that, they're giving the Clippers ample time to come up with a play. Like, that's so fucking stupid. What the fuck is we looking at? Dog, I swear to God, bro. This is why I watch baseball.
oh man, I don't know about that. Reggie Jackson just pisses me off. That nigga literally dresses like a my player. He got good. That's what pisses me off. He looks like he maxed out his DC.
Oh, man, this almost just tweaked me out. He about to launch this bitch. And it's about to miss. All that for what? All that for what?
Yo, he didn't even. All right, man. Well, it is what it is. You two watchers, you just got literally extended footage.
Chris, you gotta edit that shit, bro.
He's talking about edit that shit. No, G, they gonna see live reactions, G. They don't literally. This is what you get video for, G. So hey, you get live reactions, but
That was the worst shit I have ever seen in my life, bro.
G, I swear these referees really be all in the videos, G. And it's funny as hell.
Wait, so what happened? The Suns still won?
Yeah, the Suns won.
Yeah.
So why did they do that?
Just to
Because
add
they some
extra TV time.
dumbasses.
That and add extra TV time, dramatics. It's the playoffs. The referees need to do their thing. So
Bro,
They low key probably get paid about a minute. So they was like,
the clips just got cooked by Cameron Payne, and now they got to see a fresh CP3. Bro, you hate
Shit
the
over
fucking
with.
thing.
you
hate to see
you
it.
really hate to see it, G. And like after losing that, and then Devin Booker now knows he owns y'all souls. So it's like, oh yeah, but let's go ahead and wrap this up. We appreciate you guys for listening. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Threes from the Ring. You know, all the YouTube shit. We appreciate all of that. And peace, because we about to slander Paul George on Twitter as we speak. So y'all be smooth.
I know.
Nature looks so disgusted.